Your life is not being shaped by luck, by talent, or by the circumstances you were born into. Your life is being shaped by something far more powerful, the intention you wake up with every single day. Intention is the silent architect behind every breakthrough, every transformation, every moment when a person rises above what they thought was possible. Look back at every major shift in your life, every achievement, every turning point, every time you defied the odds. None of it happened because the world suddenly decided to favor you. It happened the very moment you made an internal decision, a clear, focused intention that declared, "My life will not stay the same." That inner decision altered your energy, your direction, your expectations, and eventually your reality. Intention is not a wish or a hopeful thought. A wish says, "I want it," but intention declares, "It will be." A wish waits. Intention acts. A wish hopes for a better future. Intention creates it. And the truth is, most people are living without intention. They wake up and go through their day reacting to everything, reacting to stress, reacting to fear, reacting to what others expect from them. They move through life on autopilot, repeating old patterns, not because they choose them, but because they haven't set a new intention powerful enough to override the old ones. That's why life feels repetitive. That's why change feels slow. That's why dreams feel out of reach. Not because you are not capable, but because intention has not been activated. But the moment you set a strong intention, everything within you begins to reorganize. Your thoughts sharpen, your motivations shift, your energy rises. You stop negotiating with your fears and start aligning with your future. Think about it, the strongest moments in your life came from a place of absolute clarity. When you said, "Enough." When you said, "I deserve more." When you said, "This is not the end of my story." That clarity, that internal declaration is intention. And when intention becomes clear, the world around you responds. You begin noticing opportunities that were invisible before. You start making decisions that once felt difficult. Confidence emerges not because you suddenly became someone new, but because intention connected you to the version of yourself who already knows what they want. Intention is the invisible engine behind manifestation. What you intend consistently becomes the direction your life begins to move toward. It doesn't matter if the odds are against you. It doesn't matter if your past didn't prepare you. It doesn't matter if no one believes in your vision yet. Intention is the seed that doesn't need permission to grow. It only needs commitment. And when you set a powerful intention, you ignite a force inside you that refuses to settle, refuses to shrink, refuses to be limited by external circumstances. Every great achievement begins with a moment like this, a moment where you stop and decide what your life is going to stand for, a moment where you choose direction over doubt, purpose over fear, and clarity over confusion. If you want your life to transform, start with intention. When intention becomes firm, your energy aligns, your decisions align, your actions align, and ultimately, your reality aligns. This is the power that separates those who merely wish from those who manifest. Not luck, not chance, intention. Intention is more than a positive thought, more than a goal, more than a desire. Intention is a force of alignment, the inner commitment that shapes your energy, your choices, and your trajectory. It's the moment when your inner world becomes organized around a single direction. Most people think intention is just saying, "I want this." But true intention is deeper. It's a powerful shift inside you where your thoughts, emotions, and actions begin to move in harmony. You no longer live from confusion. You no longer scatter your focus. You no longer chase everything. You align with one clear direction that guides everything you do. Intention is the root of manifestation because it defines the vibration you send out into the world. When you set a powerful intention, your entire energy shifts. Your mind stops wandering. Your emotions stabilize around what you desire. Your behavior becomes purposeful. You attract opportunities that match the frequency of your intention because you are no longer contradicting yourself. Most people send a mixed signal. I want success, but I expect failure. I want love, but I fear rejection. I want abundance, but I feel unworthy. These contradictions weaken manifestation. but intention removes that conflict and creates internal clarity. When intention becomes strong, your subconscious mind begins working on your behalf. You start to think differently, act differently, and interpret situations differently. The same challenges that once discouraged you become stepping stones. The same doubts that once froze you lose their power. Intention builds an inner compass that always pulls you back toward what you desire, even when life becomes overwhelming. You are no longer reacting to the day, you are directing it. Intention is also a declaration of identity. When you create an intention, you shift from I hope to I am. You begin to embody the version of yourself who already lives the life you are creating. This embodiment is what makes manifestation powerful. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you align with internally. When intention shapes your identity, you begin behaving like the person who already has what you seek. That behavior creates momentum. That momentum creates results. For people in the modern world dealing with stress, noise, distraction, and endless comparison, intention is the way back to clarity. In a world where everything pulls your attention outward, intention brings it inward. It centers you, it empowers you, it restores your ability to create your life instead of reacting to it. It is the antidote to chaos and the foundation of manifestation. When intention is clear, your path becomes clearer. When intention is consistent, your life becomes consistent. Intention is not a moment of motivation. It is a daily commitment to who you are becoming. It is choosing growth over stagnation, clarity over confusion, and alignment over fear. It transforms your energy into a magnet for possibilities and opens doors you didn't even know existed. When you activate intention, you step into your creative power and begin shaping your reality consciously, deliberately, and confidently. Intention becomes truly powerful when it is supported by the qualities that elevate your energy. These are the states of being that open your life to growth, creativity, and transformation. When you embody them, intention stops being a mental statement and becomes a living force that shapes your reality. These 7 energies, creativity, kindness, love, beauty, expansion, abundance, and receptivity, are not just traits, they are frequencies. And when you align with them, you align with the flow of life itself. Creativity is the first phase because intention is the spark that creates everything. Creativity is not limited to artists or musicians. It is the energy of possibility. It is the inner belief that you can shape circumstances instead of being shaped by them. When you live with creativity, you stop waiting for the perfect moment and begin co-creating with it. You see solutions where others see obstacles. You see potential where others see limitations. Creativity takes intention from I want a better life to I am designing one. Kindness is a force of intention because it elevates your vibration instantly. When you act with kindness, you open yourself to connection, gratitude, and growth. Kindness softens your inner resistance, dissolves negativity, and opens your heart to receive more. People underestimate how powerful kindness is for manifestation. A kind mind is a receptive mind. A receptive mind is a manifesting mind. When you treat others and yourself with kindness, you step into a higher emotional frequency where possibilities expand. Love is the core energy of intention. Without love, your desires become rooted in fear or insecurity, but when intention flows from love, it becomes magnetic. Love aligns you with your highest self, strengthens your confidence, and raises your emotional state to a level where manifestation becomes natural. Love is not only about relationships, it is the energy of appreciation, compassion, and deep connection to life. When you radiate love, you draw experiences that match its frequency. Beauty is the energy that shifts your perception. When you see beauty in nature, in moments, in people, in yourself, you begin to tune your mind toward gratitude rather than lack. Beauty trains your awareness to focus on what is good, meaningful, and inspiring. This change in perception is vital because manifestation flows where attention goes. When you see beauty, you invite more of it. Expansion is the willingness to grow beyond what you have known. It is the refusal to shrink, the refusal to limit yourself, and the refusal to settle. Expansion means you are open to bigger ideas, bigger dreams, and bigger opportunities. When your intention is held in an expanded mindset, you become aligned with growth. You attract people and experiences that match your willingness to evolve. Abundance is the belief that life is not limited, that opportunities are not scarce, and that there is enough for you too. Abundance dissolves jealousy, fear, and doubt. It aligns your energy with possibilities instead of limitations. When you embody abundance, you naturally manifest abundance. Not because life suddenly changes, but because you stop blocking what was already available. Receptivity is the final and often most important phase of intention. Many people desire, affirm, and visualize, but they do not receive. Receptivity means you remain open to guidance, open to inspiration, open to change, and open to blessings. It means letting go of control and allowing your intentions to unfold in ways you may not expect. Receptivity turns intention from effort into flow. When these 7 energies live within you, intention becomes stronger, clearer, and more powerful. They elevate your vibration and allow manifestation to unfold naturally. Intention supported by these energies becomes unstoppable. Intention shapes your reality because it directs your mind, influences your emotions, and programs your subconscious. The moment you set a clear intention, your brain begins filtering the world differently. It notices things it once ignored. It recognizes opportunities that once blended into the background. This is not magic, it is the power of focus. Your brain is constantly choosing what to pay attention to, and intention tells it what matters. When you decide, I am creating a new life, your mind begins scanning the world for everything that supports that belief. Neuroscience shows that repeated thoughts create new neural pathways. This means that the more you hold an intention, the more your mind adapts to it. Your identity shifts, your habits shift, your emotional patterns shift. Intention becomes not just a statement, but a mental transformation. Every thought, every reaction, every decision slowly starts to match the energy of your intention. And when your internal world changes, your external world follows. Emotion is the amplifier of intention. When you emotionally embody the future you want, your brain begins treating it as if it is already happening. This emotional alignment increases confidence, dissolves fear, and strengthens your ability to take action. Fear-based intentions create stagnation, but emotionally aligned intentions create momentum. Your feelings are signals, and when they match your intention, you accelerate the process of manifestation. Intention also influences your behavior in subtle yet powerful ways. When you adopt a strong intention, your actions become more purposeful. You make choices that move you forward instead of backward. You stop wasting energy on distractions that do not align with your future. You become more disciplined, more focused, and more resilient. You handle challenges differently because your intention gives you direction. You no longer ask, can I do this? You ask, what is the next step? That shift alone transforms your life. The world responds differently when you operate from intention. People feel your energy, they sense your commitment, they recognize your clarity. Opportunities gravitate toward people who know where they are going. This is why intention creates momentum, because clarity is magnetic. When you know what you want, the right experiences begin to align with you. Intention creates a partnership between the inner and outer world. The inner world provides direction, belief, and emotional alignment. The outer world provides opportunities, experiences, and the environment in which your intention unfolds. When both align, manifestation becomes not just possible, but natural. Even challenges begin to serve your purpose. Instead of discouraging you, they sharpen you. Instead of blocking you, they redirect you. Instead of weakening you, they strengthen your resolve. When you live with intention, obstacles no longer define your path, they prepare you for it. You begin seeing the world through a different lens, a lens of growth, purpose, and possibility. Intention shapes reality because intention shapes you. And once you change from within, your outer world has no choice but to shift with you. This is the true power of intention. It transforms your identity first and your life second. Intention becomes life-changing only when it is lived, practiced, and reinforced every day. It's not enough to set an intention once. It must become part of your identity, part of your routine, part of your emotional and mental structure. True manifestation is not about random bursts of motivation, but about consistent alignment. These daily rituals are designed to elevate your energy, sharpen your focus, and program your subconscious mind to support the reality you want to create. The first ritual is morning intention setting. Before you look at your phone, before you speak to anyone, before the world enters your mind, you enter your mind, you sit for a moment and declare the direction of your day. This is not a complicated meditation, it is a conscious choice. You place your hand on your heart, breathe deeply, and affirm the intention that aligns with your future. Today, I align with growth. Today, I align with abundance. Today, I align with clarity. This simple ritual shifts your energy instantly. It tells your brain what to focus on. It lifts your emotional state. It prevents you from falling into autopilot. When you start the day with intention, you control the direction of your energy instead of letting circumstances decide for you. The next ritual is creating an identity-based affirmation. Instead of saying, "I want success," you declare, "I am becoming the person who creates success." Instead of saying, "I want confidence," you affirm, "I am stepping into confidence every day." Your subconscious mind responds to identity statements more powerfully than desires because identity shapes behavior. When you embody the identity of the person you want to become, your decisions begin to match that identity. You choose differently, you think differently, you act differently. Identity-based affirmations reconnect you with the future you are creating and strengthen the internal alignment necessary for manifestation. Visualization is another ritual that activates intention. This is not daydreaming, it is purposeful mental training. You close your eyes and step into the version of your life that matches your intention. You imagine the emotions, the environment, the opportunities, the confidence. When you visualize with emotion, your brain releases the same chemicals it would release if the experience were real. This programs your subconscious mind to expect and attract opportunities that match your vision. Visualization trains your mind to believe in the future before it arrives, which is the foundation of manifestation. Another powerful ritual is letting go of internal resistance. Every day, take a moment to release the doubts, fears, and limiting beliefs that contradict your intention. These inner blocks weaken your energy and create inconsistency. Letting go does not mean ignoring your fear. It means refusing to let fear dictate your direction. You acknowledge the doubt, breathe it out, and return to your intention. This daily practice clears your emotional space and aligns your energy with clarity rather than confusion. The final ritual is aligned action. Manifestation is not passive. Intention must be paired with small, consistent actions that move you closer to your desired reality. These actions do not need to be dramatic or perfect. They simply need to be aligned. One message sent, one page written, one habit strengthened. One step taken. Action reinforces your intention and sends a signal to your subconscious mind that you are serious about your transformation. Intention without action stays inside your mind. Intention with action becomes your reality. When these rituals are practiced consistently, intention becomes a lifestyle. Your energy rises, your clarity deepens, and your subconscious mind begins to support your goals automatically. You stop drifting, you stop doubting, you begin creating. This is how daily rituals turn intention into transformation. You have the power to reshape your life in ways you may have never imagined. Not by waiting for the right moment, not by hoping for a miracle, but by aligning intentionally with the future you want to create. The truth is simple, yet profound. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. And intention is what determines who you are becoming. When you decide to live with intention, you break free from the patterns that once held you captive. You stop living as a product of your past and start living as the creator of your future. Transformation happens the moment you choose clarity over confusion. When you stop letting fear narrate your story and begin letting intention guide your path. Every desire you hold, every dream that pulls at your heart, every vision that refuses to fade is not random. It is a calling, and intention is the bridge that carries you directly to that calling. When you choose to live intentionally, you align with the version of yourself who already exists in that future. You begin to feel differently, think differently, and act differently. This alignment becomes your power. Your future does not need permission from your past. Your future needs intention. It needs commitment. It needs belief. There will be moments when doubt whispers, when challenges arise, when progress feels slow, but intention is the inner fire that keeps you moving. It is the reminder that growth is happening even when you cannot see it. It is the invisible pull that brings you closer to the life you were meant to live. Every time you choose intention, every morning you set your direction, every moment you choose positivity over fear, every time you take aligned action, you build momentum, and momentum is what transforms a dream into a reality. You don't need perfect steps, you need consistent ones. You don't need full clarity, you need commitment to your direction. Intention strengthens your identity, reshapes your habits, and aligns your energy with possibilities you may not have recognized before. Your life responds to your energy, responds to your choices, it responds to the vibration you carry, and when your intention becomes stronger than your fear, nothing can hold you back. You begin attracting opportunities that once seemed impossible. You begin connecting with people who elevate your growth. You begin noticing pathways that were invisible when you lived from doubt. This is the silent magic of intention. It transforms the unseen before it transforms the seen. Your journey from this moment forward can be extraordinary. Not because life becomes easier, but because you become aligned. You become intentional. You become powerful in ways that shift every part of your reality. The world around you changes when you change within. And the change begins with intention. Let this be your turning point. Let this be the moment you stop wishing and start declaring. The moment you stop waiting and start aligning. The moment you step into the future that has been calling your name. Your intention is your compass, your energy, your foundation, and your gateway to everything you desire. When you live with intention, you are not just surviving. You are creating, manifesting, and transforming your life from the inside out.